And we're back, crafters, and here we are. Here is the finished uh, molded hut, orc hut that we made. It's all dry now. I gave it 24 hours to let it dry. And what you're going to need now is I'm going to paint it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it with a bark brown. And then I will highlight it with some khaki. And I like to use a paper plate for a painting palette. They're easy thing. So what we're going to do is go ahead and paint this one the base bark brown. Let's see how it comes out. And give it a kind of that muddy adobe look. The orcs live a meager existence, so they do not have fancy abodes for their camps or their outposts and stuff. See, there we go. We're starting to paint the base color here. That bark brown, giving that kind of dried mud look here. And I really like the way it's coming out. The details popping up as I put the base coat down here. And yeah, these are a lot of fun to make. I can see different ways that you can embellish them. Which I like to mount them on cardboard, give them a little more sturdy shape, but you could just put them out on the table like this after they're dried. But I like to mount mine on cardboard, give them a base so they're a little more sturdy, a little more decorative. Okay, let me turn around here in the camera so you can see it. We are base coating this. You might hear planes flying outside. I do live in Enid. Enid has an air base, training base. So I like to shoot in the dead of the night, but my schedule's not letting me do that right now. Besides, I like to sleep. So I'm shooting during the day, and that means you're probably going to hear some residual noise of jets and planes flying over from the air base. So, but we'll get through it. Anyhow, this is the base coat going on of the bark brown that I had. I'm just giving that kind of mud look. My original thought I was going to make this like tints, but then when I started messing with it and I wanted to use that, I was going to make them cloth tint structures, but when I started messing with it and used that paper mache technique, which I've never used before, I kind of like the idea of the huts just being just simple mud huts. Okay, we got the base color down on this one, and I went ahead and painted a second one so we can just jump right to this next part. Matter of fact, I just got it right here. This is the one that's dried up, and we'll put this one aside and let it dry. And while we got the paints out and stuff, we're going to go ahead and highlight this one with some very bright dry brush khaki color. Let's see if it doesn't pop out some details out of it. We'll put a little bit here on my tray. There. I like to use a paper plate as a palette. I know there's a lot of fancier ways things to do things, but I'm a poor old man. I just live up here in the Dragon's Den, and I like to save money wherever I can. Okay, we're going to try just to lightly brush highlight the upper textures of this mud hut, and you can see it's starting to come out. We're going to dry brush it on there. Just touching it up in places. There you go. Can you see it? And we just come down the sides here. Make that mud look kind of pop out. This is very kind of therapeutic to sit here and I got to remember that I'm filming, so I have to remember that you all are watching over my shoulder, so I get to doing it without even explaining what I'm doing. That's because I'm used to. My channel is not real fancy. It doesn't have fancy graphics or editing or anything like that. I do have some knowledge in that area, but I just really don't have time to, maybe once I retire with my work and stuff, I am an author, and I'm also a game designer, working very hard to get my game system out in the near future. It's in beta testing right now. That's the reason why I haven't been making any videos over the summer. I set the summer out to go ahead and to work hard on getting my game system out. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It's coming out. You just want to lightly apply that khaki color to the thing, to the hut. Don't want to get too extreme. Let that brown mud come through on the other side. Come through the all right. There you are. You got your Orc Hut. I can keep messing with it, but I don't want to. Anyhow, you got the idea anyway. All right. Now, the next stage of this is to we're going to put it on a base. So I've cut a cardboard base. Oh, I'd say it's about 4 inches by 4 inches to mount this on. And once it's dry, and we're going to put the door in. And the door is, I found this old material cloth. You can have all kinds of doors. I thought this old, real thick cloth would do for a door. But you could actually like add some, if you had real leather or something like that, you could really add that to it. But what's the next thing we're going to do is we are going to glue the door in. All right. And I have my glue gun right here. My little glue gun. And I'm going to attempt to do this. We are going to glue that door cloth. The one piece I cut, it's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches by 1 inch thick cloth. And I'm going to put it down inside the interior of this thing, of this hut. And voila, we have a doorway for your hut. So, and we can also trim it if it's too long. I don't measure a lot of stuff. I just kind of go by sight a lot of times when I'm crafting. Okay. When we come back, the other one's drying, and I'm going to paint it up. When we come back, we're going to embellish it. We're going to give it a base and put the final embellishments on the Orc Hut. I will see you on the flip side. Bye for now.